That's the point of it all. No one's miserable and everyone actually gets to enjoy what they do.
So when it comes to leadership, a lot of people are under the impression that in order to be a leader, I need to have a certain position, I need to have a certain amount of authority, I need to have a certain office, I need to have a certain pay grade, all these things in order to be a leader. And until I accomplish A, B, C, D, then there's no point in me acting like a leader because I don't have the power to be one. And I think a lot of people really believe that in a team, and that disempowers them because they feel like I'm not in a position to do this, so I'm not even going to try to do this. And what you really need to understand about leadership is that it's not a position, a pay grade, or any of those things. Leadership is a mindset. The definition of a leader is essentially someone who has people who are willing to voluntarily follow you. So if they're not obligated to follow you because they're paycheck, they're not being forced to follow you because of some circumstance, they say, hey, I trust this person, I like this person, I'm going to follow this person and do what they want for me to do. And in order to get that in a team, it's really all about how you support the team to get them wanting to follow you. And what I mean by that is that you don't need to rain down over them. You need to go to each individual team member and say, hey, what are you working on? How can I help with that? Hey, what are you working on? How can I help with that? Hey, what are you working on? How can I help with that? Reason being is because, one, when you're talking to each individual member of a team, you're actually giving off signals that say, I care about you as a team member, and I care about you as a person, because I'm asking about the things that you're working on that don't necessarily require me to be knowledgeable about them. Two, when you're offering to help, you're also saying, I care about your success. I want you to accomplish this. I want you to go on to bigger and better things, and I want to help lay down the path in order for you to get there. Let me help you to do that. Now, that really makes people feel safe, because they're like, okay, this person actually cares about me and they want to support me. And what happens when people feel safe is that they'll naturally gravitate towards the reasons that they felt safe. If this certain person's always looking out for me, I'm going to spend a lot more time with that person than these other people who never look out for me. If I have this person who's really knowledgeable and is always very supportive, I'm going to spend a lot more time gravitating towards that person than everyone else, because when I'm with that person, my productivity, my quality, my speed, everything is increased, which is a higher chance for me to be successful. So, naturally I'm going to gravitate towards the people who help me be more successful. So when you put yourself in a position where you're constantly helping each individual member of your team, they're going to start naturally gravitating towards you. Even if they don't end up needing help and they're like, you know what, no, I got it, thanks for offering though. In their mind, they're still processing that this is someone who actually cared. This is someone who actually offered to help me. In the future, if I do need help, this is someone who I can rely on. So when you start doing that with every single individual member of your team, what you'll see is that your team as a collective will start to naturally gravitate towards you more. They'll start to talk to you more, they'll start to work with you more, they'll start to keep you in the loop more, and they're going to start to recognize you as a leader because they're wanting to follow you and they're wanting to work with you because of the support that you're providing to them. When you give them that safety, when you give them that support, they will want to get you to the leader status as soon as possible because you're the type of person who they want to oversee their team. And really, that's it. That's how you become a leader. Leaders are the ones who best support their teams so their teams can have the best possible outcomes in the fastest way possible, highest quality, and things like that. Being a leader is not about standing above and dishing out orders. Especially if you're on the team and you're not already in a leadership position and you have someone who's overseeing the team who's not fulfilling those baseline requirements of a leader, your team's going to have that stark contrast of this is someone who actually cares and this is someone who will help me versus this is someone who couldn't care less and they're just here for the pay increase. And what the overall people of your company are going to see is that you are the one who your team is gravitating towards. You are the one who your team sees as being their biggest source of support, whereas this other person who's overseeing the team is not even in the picture. And really, over time, that situation will work itself out, but really, that's how you become a leader. You start identifying who is on your team and you figure out ways to help them be successful. That's Leadership 101.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I just want to thank you real quick for watching my content. I really appreciate it, and I hope that it's bringing you some value. I know this stuff is really good to hear, but you actually have to apply it to your workplace for the actual value to be there. So if you have any questions on how to do that, if you have any topics that I haven't covered that you want to learn more about, if you have some scenarios that you want some advice on, feel free to shoot me a message. I'd be more than happy to help people out with that. As well as if you've watched the content and you're seeing value in it and you're actually interested in working with the Leadership 101 consulting company, I'll include my email in this video, as well as our website is thisisleadership101.com. Feel free to shoot us a message. We can set up a phone call or a meeting and just kind of talk about what issues are going on, what you're hoping that we can do to help out, and go from there. Thanks, everybody.